Hi, my name is Sheila Willis of Impact Tourism, the developer of the History Check mobile app. Welcome to History Bytes, your daily dose of Alberta Historical Trivia. Brought to you in partnership with Belt Drive Betty Media and the Canadian Motorcycle Tourism Association. You can register to answer the questions for a shot to win prizes, or just take the quiz to satisfy your own brain power. Either way, we're excited to see how much of Alberta's history you really know. And yesterday's question was, in August 1907, a farm boy near Stettler manned the first what to be flown in Canada? Is it A, a biplane, B, an air balloon, or C, a kite? And the answer is C, a kite. Three farm boys, Elmer, George, and John Underwood, lived on a farm at Kreugerville, which was a few miles from Stettler. The family was acquainted with science and inventions, as their father, John K. Underwood, had invented the Underwood disc plow in 1872. The boys started their own experiments in 1907 with tailless kites using propellers powered by elastic bands, which could fly up to 150 yards. The results were enough to let the boys know that they were on the right track, so they made what historian and author Hugh Dempsey described in Alberta History Spring 1995 as a cross between a flying wing and a flying saucer. The main structure was an elliptical wing that was 42 feet wide and 26 feet long. A vertical fin was added above that ran the length of it. This fin was initially 10 feet high but was later reduced to 4. In the center, a vertical post went underneath to a platform for the pilot and motor to sit on. Beneath this were 2 motorcycle wheels and another 2 wheels extending down from the outer edge of the wing to provide stability in landing and taking off. They flew the machine as a kite as part of their experiments. The first test flight took place in August of 1907 when they placed 5 sacks of wheat on the platform and the machine lifted without difficulty. John Underwood then got on the platform and the machine was successfully raised to about 10 feet in the air, where it swayed gently for 15 minutes. This was the first manned kite to be flown in Canada. They agreed to install a motor for Stettler's first fair on October 1st and 2nd in 1907, but they had a problem with customs and the motor was not received. Instead, they simply placed the invention on display and didn't attempt to fly it. Afterwards, they bought a 7-horsepower motor for it, but it wasn't strong enough and the aircraft just taxied around the open farmyard, so the motor was removed and they kept on using the machine as a kite. Before they could test a stronger motor, the craft was torn loose from its moorings and destroyed in 1908 by a heavy wind. One has to question, if a motor had been available, would these 3 farm boys have achieved heavier than air flight? If so, they would have done so in Canada a full 2 years before John McCurdy made his historical flight in the Silver Dart. And tomorrow's question is, Dr. Carlisle had just taken his Dominion Council exams in 1921 when he went to the Peace River District to practice medicine. The results of the exam were A, he passed, B, he failed, or C, he had no idea. Come back tomorrow for the answer and the story that goes along with it. Then we'll load you up with the next day's question. Enjoy!